CSL Kauai. I want to just welcome each person that's here. I want to welcome everyone that's online. My name is Sue Wood, and I have the privilege of being up here. And I want you all to raise your left hand. I swear not to tell the Revs anything Sue does that she shouldn't. Okay? Or forget anything I don't need to forget. So thank you for being here. I'm just really, really happy. And congratulations to all you that are mothers or wives or just women in general. Happy Mother's Day to you. And yay, exactly. I honor what amazing women we have in this center. I want to introduce to you, this is the Science of Mind Church Center. We call it a center. We're not so much on church. That's one thing, don't tell the Revs. We use the precepts set forth by Dr. Ernest Holmes. And some of you that have been here many times know his pictures in the back. And back in the 1920s, he started studying religion, studying science and studying spiritual beliefs. And he put together a book called The Science of Spirit and Mind and Spirit. What Dr. Ken Gordon said is that Holmes has taken the common truths in most religions, then removed the concepts of fear, leaving only love. And I really like that. My friend Maureen, who's a Malama team today, she gave me a 13 synopsis of what Science of Mind teaches. So count with me. There only is one power. Okay. That's 4 words. Come on, you guys, cooperate. There only is one power, and it happens to you as you believe. And that's pretty much the synopsis of what we teach here, that there is a God, a universe, a spirit, whatever feels comfortable for you to call that power that has created and holds together everything. And we get to choose by our thinking, by our choices, by our beliefs and faith, how we want that life to be. Life happens to us or for us as we believe. So that's the synopsis of this. So what I want to ask now, I see lots of beautiful shells. Now that tells me this is your first time here. Would you be willing to raise your hand if this is your first time here? Awesome. Thank you for joining us. And we, as a group, heard a rumor about you. And would you like to tell them? You are magnificent. Yes, and you absolutely are. We know that because what? Put your hands on your hearts. I am magnificent. And to those of you that are joining us online, let's turn around and wave to them. You are magnificent. Now take time to go back, forth, up, down, left, right, and tell the people near you what you think about them. Yeah, you're... Thank you. You are magnificent. Thank you. Go ahead. All right, now we're going to listen to Kyle Lebens and Luis Padilla.
Wash dust off my soul. Gonna listen to some rock and roll. And no cares, come what may. I'm making a beautiful day. I'm gonna drive my car into the sea. Yeah. Swim out far, 'cause I believe that the waves will wash away the gray. I'm making a beautiful day. Let me hear you say, ooh, my, I'm learning to fly. Hey, what's that you say? Let's not forget that we're alive. Gonna climb that hill behind my house, see what this place is all about. 'Cause from above it all, you can't help but say it's gonna be a beautiful day. What's it gonna be? It's gonna be a beautiful day. Oh, let me hear you say, ooh, my, I'm learning to fly. I said, hey, hey, what's that you say? Let's not forget that we're alive.
So this I know to be true. There is one power, one source of everything that is, has been, will be, one power. We can call it whatever we want, God, source, spirit, Buddha, whatever your heart, because we accept that there are all kinds of paths to God here at this center. And I know that I am connected absolutely, completely, inside, outside, with that one source. And I know that to be true about you, that we are one with the source of all that is. So now I declare that this time together with our Ahana, in presence, those of us that are ill and at home, those that are watching online, I declare that this is an inspirational, just a beautiful, perfect time of celebrating the magnificent people we are. And so it is.
Let me hear you say, my, I'm learning to fly. I said, hey, hey, what's that you say? Let's not forget that we're alive. I said, my, I'm learning to fly. I said, hey, hey, what's that you say? Let's not forget that we're alive. My, I'm learning to fly. Oh, I said, hey, hey, what's that you say? Let's not forget that we're alive.
Yay! Thank you, Kyle. Thank you, Louise. You know, I just have to say, these two are so faithful, so dependable, and so incredibly talented. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for being here and doing this. So, oh, well,
Louise.
I'm trying not to flirt publicly and handsome.
Quite the fan,
Thank
fan
you.
base you have.
So now I'd like to introduce Ms. Peggy Jarry. Peggy has just passed her written exam to become a practitioner in service of this center. I am so proud of her, and I know what an amazing woman she is. So she's going to lead us in a little peace prayer.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. So I'm just going to have you all sit back comfortably in your chairs, take a deep breath, and close your eyes if that is comfortable for you. I'm going to give you a little seed thought to take in for a few minutes. I'm going to start with, this is a quote from Ernest Holmes. Within us is the unborn possibility of limitless experience. Ours is the privilege of giving birth to it. Within us is the unborn possibility of limitless experience. Ours is the privilege of giving birth to it. Enjoy your time. I know there is a presence, an energy, a power that moves and breathes through everything, everybody, everywhere, at all times. This energy manifests and creates all of life. It is spirit in action. It is divine intelligence, universal consciousness, and love. This power, this oneness of spirit, is the source of all that is. Because this source is of one mind, one universal connection, I know this energy, this power is in me, as me, all around me. This energy is evolving and awakening unborn possibilities in me. And because I know this is true for me, I know it's true for each and every one of you. Here, online, on island, beyond the sound of my voice, all over the universe. This energy, this love, this power is expressed in thought, in words, in actions, and intention. It creates our reality, always for the highest good. I know, as individualized expressions of this energy, you are, we are, everyone is peace, joy, love, and they are all manifested in the world. Goodness and grace of spirit unfolds perfectly in all of life, right here, right now. There is clarity, assurance, faith, and trust in the divine, knowing life is unfolding perfectly. There is peace within, knowing that spirit is the source of all divine action. There is joy, knowing harmony and happiness is the manifestation of spirit and action. There is love expressed in all relationships, knowing these relationships are the path of spiritual growth. There is abundance in finances, energy, motivation, a belief and a faith in the divine that creates a consciousness of perfect health. Knowingness, the inner wisdom that is the guidance and the direction for all of life. There is creativity within, giving birth to all the possibilities of life experiences without limitations. I am so grateful for the peace that is within all of us. I am so grateful for the faith, the belief that life is full of possibilities and that is within us without limitations. I am so grateful for the knowingness, the intuition that guides and directs life. Knowing divine right action unfolds perfectly and in divine right timing. As I release my word as law, knowing it is already done, it is perfect as we affirm together. And so it is.
Surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am stronger every moment, every day. My mind is willing and my heart is open wide. I trust my instincts and let spirit be my guide. I vow to live a life that's real and pure and free. As I continue walking in this mystery, I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. Will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, I am grateful every moment, every day. And I am kinder every moment, every day. And I'm more loving every moment, every day. I will surrender every moment, every day.
Excellent, thank you. And I'd also say excellent and thank you to Jonathan for coming up and playing these beautiful bowls. So let's give him a hand or a wave or however you feel comfortable doing that. Thank you, Jonathan, for all that you do. Now, we're going to bring Peggy back up again. Revs call this Stump the Practitioner. I'm going to say, do what the best you can, friend. Yeah. So the theme this month is allowing. Can you share with us what that word means to you, maybe, and how it has applied in your life?
Allowing was a very tough place for me to go. I had a belief growing up of life was a struggle. You had to overcome obstacles. You always had to push. You had to make things happen. It was exhausting. What I have learned from Science of Mind, being part of the classes, the readings, and the practitioner studies, that life is all around me. It's there as long as I open myself up to it, that I create a thought, that I have an intention, that it doesn't have to be hard. I can move in the flow, life moves through me, and I can recognize when an opportunity presents itself now. And I don't have to struggle, I can just go with the way it is.
Isn't that easier?
You bet.
Thank you, God. Spirit, whatever. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Peggy. Thank you. Yeah, awesome. Don't we have the best people here? I mean, we are so blessed. So now, Kyle?
Oui.
Oh, good. I was waiting to see if you would do it. Miss Peggy, affirmation. Yeah, thank you.
Going with the flow, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the affirmation. I'll say it once and then we'll repeat it again twice. I allow the universal power to live as me.
I allow the universal power to live as me. I allow the universal power to live as me. Thank you, Peggy. Thank you. Now, will you play for us now, please?
Let me try something here. I'm gonna make a change once in my life. It's feeling good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it. Collar on my favorite winter coat. This wind is blowing my mind. I see the kids in the street, not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their needs? A summer's disregard, a broken bottle top, and one man's soul. They follow each other on the wind, you know, 'cause they got no place to go. That's why I want you to know that I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his way, and no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change. Na 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 na. Oh oh. Na 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 na. I've been a victim all selfish kind of love. It's time that I realize that awesome with no hope, not a nickel too low. Could it be really me pretending that they're not alone? A willow deeply scarred, body's broken heart, in a washed out dream. Yeah, they follow the pattern of the wind you see, 'cause they got no place to be. That's why I'm starting with me. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make her. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his way, but no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, just take a look at yourself and make a change. Na 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 na. Whoa whoa. Na 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 na. Oh, I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his way, but no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change. Make a change.
Oh, yeah. Woo-hoo-hoo. Thank you, gentlemen. That was just fabulous. Absolutely. Again, how blessed we are. So I do want to acknowledge that Reverend Rita and Reverend Patrick are in New Mexico right now, spending Mother's Day with their family. What an amazing gift that is, and I'm so happy for them. Let's turn around and give a big wave. Hi, Revs. We're doing okay. We're surviving here. Love you. Love you so much. And now I want to introduce another favorite minister of mine, Reverend Dr. Peggy Price. This is just an amazing woman. It's from the inside all the way out. She just glows. And I am so grateful to know you and to introduce you to this crowd this morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sue. Thank you. It's also Peggy Day. There are 3 Peggys in the room today. I don't think in my whole life I've ever been in a room with 3 of us with the same name. So that's kind of special too, isn't it? Because Peggy brought a guest today and her name's Peggy. So, and when she walked in and Peggy said, "This is Peggy," I said, "No, I'm Peggy," but no, yeah, she's Peggy. Wow. Because it's kind of, I heard somebody recently say it's an old-fashioned name. I don't know. I guess maybe. I'm going to be 80 in July. Maybe it is old-fashioned. I don't know. Not much I can do about that birthday. I just might as well celebrate it, right? And grateful to be here still. Well, between all of you now and the song, you've pretty much given my talk. So we could just take the offering and go home. But, what the heck? Sometimes repetition is a really good thing, isn't it? And I do want to especially wish Reverend Rita, a happy Mother's Day today, because her granddaughter, Iris, just performed in her first musical as Miss Hannigan in Annie. And Reverend Rita has been Iris's vocal coach. So she got to see her granddaughter perform live in New Mexico, and I can only imagine how proud you must be. And I'm so happy that you're there with your family to have Mother's Day. So that's really special. And I know, Patrick, you celebrated a birthday too. So yay for you. And best of all, they're on vacation, which they more than deserve. Now, I know you thought Reverend Diane was going to be here this morning. So did I. Surprise, surprise. She and Sue are not feeling well, but they're getting better every day. And so I got the message earlier this week and was asked if I could be here this Sunday, and I gulped and went, okay, I'll do it. So here I am. So I'm going to try to do justice to Reverend Diane's talk title this morning, which is, I Allow Myself to Change. I allow myself to change. I just think that's a really intriguing title. And it reminded me when I decided to choose the same title of ministerial school, when we would be taking homiletics classes, which is how to give a sermon, our teachers would give us some off-the-wall title and send us off to give that talk the next Sunday. And however many of us were in that class would have the same title but totally different talks. So I know that would be true also if Reverend Diane were up here. She would give it in her version versus mine. So I allow myself to change. I thought about that, and I thought there are parts of us that are always changing, right? There's always change going on in our body. The cells are always replicating themselves, and all of our different organs are doing whatever they do. And somehow the march of time goes on. So there's some things that just have to happen. But there are other times when there's really change that is necessary, right? Where we really feel as though we're at a crossroad or maybe at a switchback like I talked about last week. And in those times, that's when we really have to look at that person in the mirror and decide to make a change. And that's where I think Reverend Diane wanted to go with this talk this morning. Years ago, there was a book called Future Shock. It was written by a man named Alvin Toffler. It was a very popular book back in the 80s. And the very first line of the book was, "The only constant in the universe is change." Now, actually, I think he borrowed that from a Greek philosopher, but that was the first time I'd ever read it. And that gave me a lot to think about, and that has stayed with me through all these years. The only constant in the universe is change. And I believe that's true, with the exception of the one power, the one presence, that which I call God, which is changeless, that source of everything that is, that which created us out of itself. That is changeless. But in the world of form, there is nothing but change going on all the time. And if you think about it, that is absolutely true. So part of just living is to allow change to happen. But have any of you ever resisted change? Yeah, I know, me too. More than once. So when I know that I need to change something in my life, there's a lot of stuff that comes up, like, but I've always done it this way, right? But the definition of that, of doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, is not probably mentally healthy, right? But we do that, and we resist change. So I've always done it this way. How am I ever going to learn to do it another way? Well, we must be willing to change. And then sometimes somebody else will tell us that we need to change. I'm not going to let anybody tell me what to do, right? There's that one, too. That is resisting change. And then there is, I want to change, but I don't know how, and it's kind of scary. And I think we've all been there as well. But what I know is that change does have to come from within. And that before we can change anything out there, we have to do the work in here. Our founder, Ernest Holmes, who wrote the book The Science of Mind years and years ago, and as Sue alluded to, he has a slogan and a saying, and I'm going to say the first part, and this is responsive. You say the second part. Change your thinking, change your life. Right. So changing the way we perceive things, changing the way we think about things, allows us to have different experiences in the outer realm. And I think one of the things that I know about inner change is that it takes consciousness, it takes awareness, it takes a willingness to think differently, it takes a willingness to to act differently, and to move in the direction of the change that we want to make. Now, some of you weren't even born yet, but back in 1986, when I first found out about Science of Mind, I walked into this. I shared this last Sunday with the Revs, but I'm going to share it again because a lot of you weren't there. I was a devout Episcopalian. My life was in shambles. I had gone through another divorce, this time after 16 years of marriage. I ended up with the house, the kids, and the debt, and I felt like a train wreck. And I would go to the church that I was attending, and I always felt like everybody was looking at me like I was some pitiful wretch, you know. And then in the liturgy, there's that part about I'm not worthy to gather up the crumbs under thy table, and I believed it. I believed that. But I owned a business. I was an interior designer, and the advertising lady that did my ad work for me called me one Sunday morning and said, my car broke down. I'd really love it if you would take me to my church. You would love my church, and then afterwards I'll take you to Pero's for brunch. Pero's was my favorite restaurant. And all I could think of was Pero's brunch. Okay, I'll go. And I walked in there. It was the Church of Religious Science in Huntington Beach. And there was this woman, bigger than life. Her name was Peggy. She looked like B. Arthur, and she had that voice and just this warmth about her. And there were about 1,000 people in that sanctuary. But she was only talking to me. I was the only one in the room. That's how I felt. And she told me that I was whole, perfect, and complete. I had never heard that. I had heard everything else that wasn't very nice, but I had never heard whole, perfect, and complete. And it resonated with me so much that I started to cry. I was so touched by that message of love. You know, there's something so transformative about unconditional acceptance. And that's what that felt like to me, was unconditional acceptance. She didn't know who I was, but she was telling me I was whole, perfect, and complete. Well, I didn't go back to the Episcopal Church. And I have lots of love and regard for the church. I think that I don't have any of those recovery things. It brought me to where I was at that point in time, and that was good. And that's how I look at my spiritual path. But I started taking classes. And I started looking at my life as it was, which is not what I wanted it to be at all. And so for the beginning period of that time when I was taking the classes and learning all about Science of Mind, I also had a cassette tape recorder. For those of you who are not born then, you may not know what that is. But I would read passages from the textbook into the tape recorder, and then when I was getting dressed in the morning, I'd play them back to myself so that I could really become kind of immersed in this in a way that was just so helpful and so powerful and so wonderful. And then I would have affirmations that I would take with me during the day to remind myself, and change gradually happened from within. I might also add that the Science of Mind class that I enrolled in happened to have about 125 people in it. But one of the other people happened to be this tall, dark, handsome guy named Don. And that's where we met and fell in love, and a year later we were married, and about 9 years later, I became the minister at that same church. That's how much my life had evolved over those years. And so I really know that change your thinking, change your life is a powerful thing to say, but I also know that I was ready and I was willing to allow myself to change. I had to let go of the resistance. I had to look at the fear in my fear in the face and say, there's something on the other side of you, fear, and I want that more than I'm scared of you. And so life changed. This is a very powerful, transformative teaching. For those of you who have been in it a long time, you know that. And for those of you who have not, trust it and be willing to learn and grow and change in it, because it really is a powerful, powerful teaching of truth. And as Sue said, it's derived from all the great traditions of the world. So change your thinking, change your life. If you want to change, be willing to change. I'm going to look at my next little card. See, this is how I'm doing it now that I have these vision issues. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. Wayne Dyer. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. So that, again, is that inner and outer. Sometimes there are things going on in the world around us that we don't like very much, right? And there's a lot of stuff right now that's going on around us that we don't like very much, I'm sure. Nobody likes war. Nobody likes a lot of the things that are happening right now. And we can look at those and we can allow that to just suck us in and drag us down. Or we can also look at those and think about the ways in which we, in our consciousness, can see peace in the place of war, where we can see compassion in the place of violence, where we can feel that love for others in the face of difficulty. And I mean even to feel love for those who appear to be, quote unquote, the enemy. Because when we can shift that in our own hearts, that energy is powerful. When we talk about the quantum field, some of us talk about that. I'm not as scientific as others, but I'll just call it the energy of God, the unified field of pure love, because that's what I believe it is. It's powerful and it's transmittable. There have been studies about prayer that have shown that it is actually focused energy and that it does move out. Thoughts are energy. And so as we use our thought to see the world differently from what it may appear, now I'm not talking Don Quixote, I'm just talking about bringing that vision of peace into the world, we help to effect a shift. Years ago, in 1986 again, John Randolph Price, well, actually 1987 because it was on New Year's, the morning of New Year's Eve, there was a world peace meditation for the first time. It's been going on ever since, at noon Greenwich time. And there were huge gatherings around the planet for peace, gathering for peace. Don and I attended a big gathering in Long Beach that year. And that was the year the Berlin Wall fell. We all were there, gathered together at the same time of day, thinking thoughts of peace and love and healing around the world. And that year the Berlin Wall fell. I think we need to call for that again. I think we need to call for a unified field of pure love being sent to Russia, to the leaders of Russia, to the generals and to the Putin and to all the others, and to the people of Ukraine. That in our own hearts and minds, we can do that ourselves in our meditation, to send that love out. Now, I do know that directly we can't change anybody else, but we can affect change with that energy. And I think that energy is strong, and I think that energy is powerful. So how do we want to view that world that we're living in right now? I think we really are being called to be the healers and the helpers and the ones who, through prayer and meditation, can affect that change. So I think that's an assignment for all of us, truly, at this time. Let me see if I have anything else here I want to say before I'm finished here. Yes, if you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. That one works really well, too. This one I have found, this one works for me, and I haven't had anybody like this in my life for a while, but I have had them. You know, the kind of sandpaper people. and they really irritate you, and you go, I gotta get away from them. But you can change your attitude, and you can say, oh, yeah, there they are, the sandpaper people. They're going to smooth things out. And you know, have a little bit of a sense of humor. Being a minister, after many years, you kind of have, there are certain personalities that just keep showing up. Don says it's like the same cast of characters, they just show up in different costumes, right? And after a while, you just learn to have a sense of humor. Oh, yeah, there's Eeyore. I'm just going to smile when Eeyore tells me how terrible their day is. But it's true. We change our attitude, and then the things around us seem to change. But we can't directly affect that change, but we can be a part of something. And again, Eeyore needs just as much love and acceptance as the sandpaper people do, right? That's all they're looking for, is love and acceptance. And it probably behooves you to spend as little time as possible in their energy, but there you are, right? Jesus, that is, I think, very true. That was Maya Angelou's quote. And then there's one more I think is really important, and that's one that's being said all over the world every day by so many, many people, the Serenity Prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Isn't that a beautiful prayer? It really is, and it's such a true prayer. There are things in our lives that we cannot change, and we must learn to accept them. Instead of railing against them or resisting them or pushing them away, we must be willing to allow the change. But there are also things that we can change, and that's where we use this inner power, our higher consciousness, our prayer, our treatment, our meditation, our willingness to change, to make those things happen as well. So if there's something in your life right now that needs changing, that you know you want to take that switch back and do it a different way, and you're just not quite sure how, we have these magnificent practitioners and some ministers, and there's a brochure back there on the table with phone numbers, and you can book a session, and we will help you move through those difficult changes. That's what we're here for. So I invite you today to just think about how life has worked for you through this transformative teaching, and what it is you envision your life to be that still requires your willingness to change in order for it to happen. So let's take a moment to go within. And just breathe into that infinite field of pure love. That energy of spirit that truly does accept us unconditionally just as we are. That power that knows all that is. That power that is creative energy, living and moving and having its being in and through and as each one of us. That is the truth of who I am and the truth of who each one of us is. That in our wholeness and in our absolutely perfect being, Spirit is expressing as we open and allow that energy to flow through us as us, back out into the world, to change the experiences we are having, to co-create with that energy that which we choose to have instead. To know that as we do that, we are giving ourselves a great gift, and we are giving that gift to the world. That we are blessed by this divine love, and that we are blessed by one another by being here today. And so in love and gratitude, I simply give thanks for this time and bless it and say, and so it is. Thank you.
Lama team comes by and collects your gifts and donations and offerings, and I do want to say thank you. And I want to say this affirmation for you. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes out to heal, prosper, and bless, and it returns to me abundantly. Thank you. Go ahead, sorry. Go ahead.
This healing day.
bless the collection today, that it goes out in the world to bless and multiply, that it goes to those that we support here at CSL, and for all those people that are maybe in need.
Oh, you're done. Remember the promise you made earlier? Except for they're watching. They know everything I do. So I did make a little scheduling error. And we did the offering before we were gifted with another song from our great musicians. So I'm going to right now introduce Kyle and Luis. And
Thought I was going to get away
thank
with
you.
one there.
You aren't getting away with anything with me. So go for it.
So, yeah, all about change, right? Bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. 'Cause I'm through crying, and I'm through waiting, I'm through hoping against all hope, and I'm through longing for something gone that'll never return. I think I finally learned to bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. Oh, I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. 'Cause I'm through grieving, I'm through dreaming that the life I had is ever coming back. No more wishing for someone else's star that'll never be mine. I think it's time to bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. 'Cause I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. 'Cause I've survived many times before, broken hearts, slamming doors. I'll be alright. Yes, I will once more, just as I did back then. We'll rise again. So bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. 'Cause I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. Bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. 'Cause I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. Yes, I know it's gonna be everything new.
Thank you, thank you, thank you again. Do we have children? Are there children back there? Well, let them come forth. Yay! Miss Janice and the children are here. Or the child. I'll be singular. Oh. Yeah, we'll gather them on the way. Awesome.
Hey,
Hey, I got 2 boys up here. That's pretty awesome. We had a nice time. Hi. We had a nice time talking about how much we love our Mother Earth and the energy of unconditional love of our moms. And he made a beautiful card for his mom. Do you want to show your card? Thank you, Ethan. Yeah. So should we give him our blessing?
Yeah, let's give him our blessing. You are amazing. You are perfect. You are magnificent. And we love you. Yay. Good job, children. Thank you. Thank you for being here. So now I'm going to, I don't even see, oh, there you are. The magnificent, undescribable. Charles is going to come up and give us our announcements today.
You can describe me as so many things. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. I didn't see you over there. Happy Mother's Day to all you ladies out there. And I'm going to give you guys your announcements. All right, so we have the Ancient Egypt and the Awakening of 2022 by the one and only Desiree Hoover coming up on May 24th at 6 p.m. She's going to tell us about her amazing adventure over to Egypt and how she pretty much chilled in the pyramids, chilled in the Great Pyramids. So what she did, she had this amazing experience to where she went into the Great Pyramids and she did some meditations and she took some photos and had just really a great time that was sponsored by Gaia TV. Shout out to Gaia TV. And, she's going to be bringing all of that experience here to CSL Kauai on May 24th. At 6 p.m. So everybody, come on, come all, and you guys are going to have a great time. I can't wait to hear about our whole experience. And then we're going to have Spiritual Cinema on Friday, May 27th at 6 p.m., where we're going to be enjoying the movie The Biggest Little Farm. And then during the movie, you can always enjoy some popcorn and a discussion afterwards. That's the last Friday of the month, May 27th at 6 p.m. Also, we have Family Game Day. That's right. I challenge everybody out there to a rousing game of rock, paper, scissors. Come get it if you want it. That's all I'm saying. If you want some, come get some. That's on Sunday, May 29th from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Join Miss Janice for family fun and games and bring a game and a healthy snack to share and a friend to play along with as well. Come on, all right? That's Sunday, May 29th from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. And also we have our Sacred Healing Circle on May 31st, on Tuesday, that May 31st at 6:30 p.m. And this is where we have the Chamber of Prayer right here in this very room, to where we have like some amazing vibrations where we'll have some music and we'll have some prayers. And we still doing a labyrinth? Not that time. Never mind. No labyrinth, but still outstanding. It's one of those places. Is one of those experiences where you come here and you take all of the world and you leave it out there, and you come here to just raise consciousness, raise vibrations, and to get it for yourself, but also to carry it out into the world as well. It's just a great way to refuel, not just on Sundays, but on that Tuesday, May 31st. And I'm going to invite everybody to our silent auction invitation, you guys, on Sunday, July 10th. I'm telling you guys this earlier, so get out your phones, get out your calendars, and mark it right now. On Sunday, July 10th, it's the 9th year CSL Kauai birthday bash at Litgate, okay? So mark your calendars and talk about this. We're going to be having donations of goods and services, and it's going to be a potluck this year. I hope it's a potluck, okay? I'm lobbying for a potluck, you guys. We haven't had a potluck in a while, so you guys, it's going to be a ball with the silent auction, July 10th. Everybody come through. We're going to have a great time. And, of course, we got the Pride Parade coming up, too, Saturday, June 4th. Yeah, heck yeah. It's going to be a great time. Saturday, June 4th. Sign up and take part in the Pride Parade. Please talk to Angela, talk to Rev D, who's not in the house today. And we also are going to be creating some floats. This is going to be a good time. I mean, there's going to be some Diana Ross probably playing I'm Coming Out. You already know. It's going down. It's definitely going down. All right? June 4th, you already know the Pride Parade. Make sure we're going to have more announcements on that. And also, choir rehearsal with Sharon West on Mondays at 6:20 p.m. So Mondays, 6:20 p.m., come through and sing with us. Show us some, you know what I mean? Hey, Kyle's got it down. But we're going to be doing a whole lot more with the choir here with Miss Sharon West on Mondays at 6:20 p.m. And that's all I got for you. Thank you all for the opportunity. Hey, can't wait to see you guys. Rev Rita, Rev Patrick, come on back. And with that, hey, everybody give it up for Sue here. You know what I mean? She's doing a phenomenal job as the MC. MC Sue. And with that, I'm done. Thank you.
Outcast, be the backlash, somebody's lack of love. You can start speaking love, nothing's gonna hurt you the way the words do. They'll settle beneath your skin, kept on the inside, and no sunlight, sometimes a shadow win. But I wonder what would happen if you say what you want to say and let the words fall. Honestly, but I want to see you be brave with what you want to say and let the words fall out. 'Cause honestly, but I want to see you be brave. Just want to see you. I just want to see you. I just want to see you. Yeah, I want to see you be brave. I want to see you. I just want to see you. See you, yeah. But I want to see you be brave. Everybody's been there, everybody's been staring down by the enemy, falling for the freedom, some disappearing, bow down to the mighty. Don't run, stop holding your tongue, and maybe there's a way out of the cage where you live. Maybe one of these days you can let the light in. Show me how big your brave is and say what you want to say and let the words fall out. 'Cause honestly, I want to see you be brave with what you want to say and let the words fall out. 'Cause honestly, I want to see you be brave.
Turn on here. I want one more quick announcement. We had a lovely meeting this week with Deborah, and she has a brand new book out. And if you didn't get to come and don't have your copy, it's available in the bookstore. It's called Voices of the 21st Century. So take advantage of that, and she'll sign it because she's here to talk to you and sign it with you. So thank you, Deborah. Thank you for being here. So I'm just going to give us a little thank you for each one of you that has taken time out of your day to be here and share in this Ohana. Thank you for the musicians. Thank you for the sound and video, the malama, I'll give more of that, but I'm just so grateful for this time that we can be together and share. And as Reverend Peggy has said, inspire us to change, to be all that we were created to be. I'm so grateful for this time and this place and this moment. And I just release this word and say, and so it is. All right.
Just wanna see I wanna see you be brave with what you wanna say. Don't let the words fall out. 'Cause honestly, I wanna see you be. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you, yeah. But I wanna see you be brave. I wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave.
Absolutely. Yay, 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 yay. So I want to give you a few thank yous for today. Our Malama team, Maureen Murphy and Angela Phillips today. The people have stepped up all week, and this was kind of fun when I was asked to do this. I went, oh, yeah, that'll be fun. And then I went, what have I done? But it's been really fun because you guys are just amazing. Dr. Peggy? Thank you. You are absolutely amazing. Peggy Jarry for our lead practitioner today. Natalia, thank you for stepping up and being on the video. Jonathan on our sound. Of course, you know how I feel about Kyle and Louise. Leslie was our hospitality, Leslie David. Charles, he was our board member on duty. And he's counting the money, and he does those wonderful announcements for us. So thank you, Charles. Well, I don't think Roseanne's here, but Peggy will be in the bookstore afterwards, so you can buy Deborah's book. Kiana, thank you. Look at this. Look what we have. We have nature brought in right in front of us. So thank you. Thank you for your faithfulness in doing that. Janice and the children and our administrator, who I have to say, let's give a big shout out for Angela. Oh my goodness. Yeah, she's not hearing this, but tell her what an amazing job. She has stepped up way above and beyond this week to pull this whole thing together, and I'm incredibly grateful. And I have one more thing to say. Happy Mother's Day!